Hola, and welcome to Spanish 2 with Florida Virtual School. We thank you so much for choosing us on this adventure. We know that you have just started, and you are most likely wanting to get finished by the time your summer comes to an end and before you go back to school in the fall. So we have set up this special new student orientation to help you set some goals and go over some basic guidelines on how to get you successfully moving, motivated, and mastering your content in this course by the time you go back to school in the fall. One of the first things we need to go over briefly is this is a foreign language class and we do have some voice activities. These are just simple responses to some questions and prompts found in the course that you record yourself answering them via a microphone. If you don't have a microphone for your computer or already one built into your computer, you do need to go and purchase one. It doesn't have to be expensive. This is the best way to complete these voice activities, also attend live lessons, and make sure that you are able to hear certain videos and pronunciations with headset and microphone. If you absolutely cannot purchase one, please let your teacher know and they will give you an alternative method for recording your voice activities. You do have to have an attachment of you responding to the prompt to your assignment. It cannot be done via the phone or email. So please make sure that you are attaching a recording of yourself responding to the prompts in your assignment. And you will see some of these voice activities pop up as you start the course. This course is divided into two segments or semesters. The first one is modules 1 through 5, and then your midterm, and then segment 2 is modules 6 through 9, and module 10 is your final. It is imperative, especially in this course, that you work in a linear fashion, meaning that you don't skip around, you go from assignment to assignment, and stay working within one module at a time. If you do skip around, you could be given some zeros and redirected by your teacher to make sure that you work in order, and then you will have the opportunity to redo those zeros once you have finished and completed the work. This assignment, this course, like I said, is a linear course, meaning that it builds upon each other based on the modules. So our job is to make sure you are mastering the content. We are, after all, a school of mastery, not just completion. We want to make sure that you are learning adequately, and one of the best ways to do that in this course is to go module by module. So if you are working specifically to get this done in the summer, you want to submit about a module every week. It's going to be about 8 to 9 assignments. We have an automatic pace chart built up for you that you can use and kind of tailor to make your own. It is set up to get you complete by the middle of August. If you want to speed it up a little bit, you're more than welcome to, but this is a general pace chart that we've put together specifically for Spanish 2 students that are starting right around now. So tinyurl.com/Spanish2PowerPace is the link that you will be able to use to get that. tinyurl.com/Spanish2PowerPace. We also will offer summer power sessions, live sessions with the teacher that can help you get through some of the harder assignments in each module. Talk about that again in a minute. So a few secrets to success is make sure you're working once or twice a day, you're chunking your time, you use a planner or calendar to stay focused, use your phone calendar, check in with your teacher to make sure that you're on track. You're conducting DBAs bi-weekly following the summer pace. We'll go over what those are in a little bit. And then 100% of material submitted is authentic, meaning it has to come exactly from you, not from anywhere outside of the course. You actually don't need anything outside of this course. The Spanish you're supposed to produce in Spanish 2 is simple grammatical Spanish. It's not meant to be spoken like a native Spanish speaker. It's just practicing some grammar and building on your skills. So please make sure 100% of your material submitted is authentic. We'll talk in a few minutes about academic integrity. Make sure that you submit work every week. So your work week runs from Monday to Sunday, so work is expected in every week by Sunday at midnight. Teachers will be available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for you if you have any questions or concerns. Here's just a basic summer sample schedule. Some kids like to work every day about 30 minutes, do about 1 to 2 assignments during that time. So your goal is if you do about 2 assignments a day, 5 days a week, you're going to get through about a module a week, which is good. You can substitute 1 day a week with a power session and complete up to 3 assignments that week. So you kind of work ahead. Hint, hint, we love you to attend those power sessions. If you want to work every other day, if you have, a job that you go to or whatever it may be, please make sure you're dedicating a little bit more time and doing about 4 assignments a day. If you're just working 2 to 3 days a week, get you through about the same, about a module a week is what you'll be needed to get through this entire course by the time you go back to school. We do have a mandatory 14-day seat time, so you have to be actively working for 14 days, starting when with the first assignment submitted and ending with the last one. So if you turn in all of your work on 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, you cannot receive credit for this segment. You must be actively submitting over a 2-week period. Most of the time this doesn't really apply to a lot of kids starting in the summer. It's kind of more tailored to the seniors, but regardless, if you are one of those students that needs to finish this course quickly, you do need to talk to your teacher about the earliest that you can finish per this mandatory 14-day seat time per segment requirement. Can you change your pace? Sure. Our minimum pace is about 4 to 5 assignments a week. That is our minimum. So if you can't keep up with the summer pace, you do need to be actively submitting 4 to 5 assignments weekly. Keep in mind that we'll push you through to still be working when you go back to school. So we know that that can sometimes create some scheduling messes. So we want to make sure that you communicate with your teacher if you have something going on, and that you do still submit the minimum amount of 4 to 5 assignments a week. So the summer pace is usually about 8 to 9 assignments a week, but if something happens and you need to drop it down a little bit, please still continue to submit the minimum of 4 to 5 assignments weekly. That is the general amount we use to make sure that you are learning the material in this specific course. You have a 14-day grace period, so after you complete your welcome call and you're activated, you have about a 2-week time period that you can withdraw without any penalty to your transcript. We are checking to make sure that you are adequately learning, working in order as you are supposed to be doing, and that you are doing the minimum pace of making sure that we can measure your learning progress, which is about 4 to 5 assignments a week. Your teacher will contact you and make sure that you're on track, and if not, we will withdraw you without penalty because we do want to protect that transcript. So if there's something going on and this isn't the right time for you, just make sure you clarify that with the teacher, and they can withdraw you without penalty within the first 2 weeks of the course. After your grace period, if you do get withdrawn due to lack of consistent work, it would be a withdrawn pass if you have a passing grade, or withdrawn fail if you have a failing grade. Your teacher will communicate with you via phone call, text, or email, all numbers and modes of communication in the system if he or she is worried about your progress. So please make sure that you're communicating if something is going on and that you are consistently working. Remember, all assignments in by Sunday at midnight of that week. One of the big things in summer is when you go on vacation, which is awesome, but you are required to communicate the dates to your instructors before leaving. So you cannot take a vacation during that first 2 weeks of you being activated, and you cannot take more than 2 weeks of vacation per segment. So please note, if we don't receive work from you after 2 weeks, we will begin the withdrawal process. We want to keep you in the course and actively working, and one of the ways we do that is by measuring your weekly learning progress. So please make sure that if you can work on vacation, awesome. If you can't, work a little bit ahead before you go on vacation, communicate those dates, and no more than 2 weeks of vacation per semester. Communication is the key. If something has happened, sick, something's going on, you always have to communicate and return communication in a timely manner to your teacher. So please maintain that and make sure that you guys are speaking. If they call or text you or email, please get back to them as soon as possible, just like you would expect of them, because we want to know what's going on in your life. We want to make sure you're on track and that we are helping you be as successful as possible. You have some emails as well in your course. You can check your educator email, you can check your dashboard in VSA. Either way, there's going to be some messages from your teacher or general announcements. Please make sure you do check those when you sign in to do work in the course. The way that you can find your teacher's information is when you sign into your Spanish 2 course. You go to their announcement page and you see under their name, you'll see their picture and their phone number, what number you can text at, what email you can reach them at. So please go ahead and find your teacher's phone number when you get done with this presentation and save it in your phone if you have it, or write it down in a place that you can always have access to it so that you can communicate with them if you need something. They are available Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, if you need some help or have a question. There are monthly calls that are required between a parent guardian and your teacher. So a call, text, or email is fine as long as it is a clear communication and all questions are answered. So have your parent make sure that they specify which mode of communication they would prefer if they want a progress update, and your teacher will do their best to make sure that they keep up with the communication that best suits your parents. They are required to do this at least once a month, so if you're here with us for the summer, about 2 to 3 times. And as per anything, your parents or guardians can always call or contact the teacher to make sure that they are on track as to your progress as well. But we are required to at least do a monthly check-in. Your teacher will return your voicemail message, text, or email within a maximum of 24 hours, grade your assignment within a maximum of 48 hours, monitor your weekly progress, update your parents or guardians at least 2 times over the summer, and of course this one encompasses about 1,000 things, help you succeed. So that is just the general expectations of your teacher. There are a few additional teachers. Sometimes they team with another teacher, so please pay attention to any changes on your announcement page or when you first log into the course if there's a different teacher that you call that day. Some teachers have calendars up as to who is on call for that day that you can call for help. So just pay attention, and also a lead teacher or department chair is available to assist and support your teacher. So if you see a few different names going on in your course, it's just a magical team of people there to help you succeed in this lovely adventure you're on. On your announcement page, please scroll down and make sure you check out the study resources that you can use on anything in this course. Review sheets, study guides, video tutorials are all approved for you to use or print out on any assignment in this course. We also have live help and enrichment credit. So this is a live lesson office. Just check out the days and times that are offered. If you scroll down on your announcement page, you will see a calendar that looks like this. If you want to come into a 1 o'clock live lesson, check the date and time and what is being offered, and you can just sign in about 15 minutes before it starts and get the help that you need. Speaking of that, we have some summer power sessions. So those will help you complete the following assignments. You can see that it averages about 3 to 4 assignments per module. And just so you know, some of these are the harder assignments in the module that students tend to get a little bit confused on. So please make sure you check the calendar on the bottom of your teacher's announcement page and put a reminder in your calendar to attend one of these power sessions as you encounter these modules. So we have it set up to kind of scaffold over the summer. So the first week or two will be focused a lot on module 1, then we'll kind of progress into module 2. So if you attend a power session a week over the summer, you will be able to complete all of these assignments within about 30 to 45 minutes with a teacher. I mean, that's a bargain. Organization of our lessons is you have the lección, which is your vocab and your lesson, estructuras, which is your grammar, práctica, which is your practice assignment, and asignación, which is the assignment that you turn in for a grade. So please make sure you are clicking on each tab. If you're not sure what to submit, always go to the asignación tab and read the directions. And a little hint is that if you print off the vocab and the grammar section, the lección y estructuras, it's your already done notes. You don't need to write any notes. And those two are very important to do anything in that lesson. So all you will need to be successful is the lección and the grammar for each lesson. We do have academic integrity here at Florida Virtual School, especially in a foreign language class. We don't want you to overuse any dictionaries, any online translators, any native speaker help. We want it to be 100% authentically your work. If you're not sure, please contact your teacher, but the Spanish that you're meant to do in this course is simple and easy enough for a 5 or 6-year-old to understand. We want you to clearly use the skills that you learned in that lesson and not overdo it. If you're not sure how to do it, please contact your teacher before submitting the assignment or attend a live lesson, and we'll help you through that. We also have discussion-based assessments, or DBAs, as with any Florida Virtual School course. These in Spanish 2 cover the vocab, grammar, and culture. They're just checking to make sure you can back up your work with your word. You'll be practicing a little bit of Spanish. It's nothing stressful. They are done over the phone with your teacher. They are required prior to receiving an exam password, and you do need to complete these in a timely manner. After 1 or 2 modules, you do need to make sure that you are completing the DBA assessments to take those tests. So please communicate with your teacher and find out what the best way is to do a DBA in their course, and that way you're always informed of how to be successful with your DBAs. Some teachers offer appointments that they can schedule, so check for maybe a few pictures that look like this. You might see book now, you might see click here to schedule an appointment, you might see just an open DBA schedule, so please just take a few minutes to explore their announcement page or just reach out and ask them, and they'll guide you to the best way to do and complete a DBA in their course. The last and final step is to fill out this Google Doc form. Once you hit submit, it will log your answers on a spreadsheet that your teachers will look at and use. So tinyurl.com/Spanish2info. Fill this out completely to get credit for attending this or watching this today, and then call, text, or email your teacher of record to let them know you completed this new student orientation and your info is waiting on that spreadsheet for them to look at. So we thank you guys for coming. We hope you have a great experience, and hopefully we'll see you in some of those power sessions.